Oops, fuck. This is this week's uh, weekend live stream. So the reason why AI has me set it did is so that those of you guys that work like Monday through Friday, on a Saturday you have an opportunity to be able to catch me in a live stream. And so this is something that that is, that was set up for me to be able to make sure that I was able to accommodate everybody, especially those that wanted to be here for the live streams. If you catch them post live stream, but you're working generally when I'm doing them. So this is just an opportunity for you to have a weekend live stream. I'm gonna figure out what time works. I don't really want to do the evening. Maybe like as it warms up, maybe do the evening. But right now, as it's cold, because I mean it's been snowing for probably about 3 days now. We got plenty. Hey, what's up, Janelle? Nice to see you. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. So you guys want to see something pretty? Here, let's see if we can get a shot of those mountains. Hold on. Look at that. Look at all that snow. Dude, we probably got about 4 to 6 inches of snow. It's freaking crazy, man. I mean, talk about crazy. Oops. But, I don't even get snow where I am. So, you know what, Janelle? I grew up in Oregon. And I'm telling you, I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I understand why my old man retired in Texas. Hey, what's up, Kung Fu? Nice to see you. All right, but yeah, I understand why my old man moved to Texas. I think it'd be in here in Arizona, but you also got to realize I'm at 6,500 feet. So apparently, dude went back to his place yesterday. And he's supposed to be up today to be able to fix some stuff, but or to grab his animals. If he doesn't, we're gonna have an issue because this is just drug on too long. And yeah, anyways, I don't want to get into it. But yeah, it just the cold and all this stuff. It sucks, and man, I feel sorry for the goats and for the ducks and all them because they got to stay out in it. But anyways, this is a live stream for you guys. So you guys have any questions about, kind of what I'm doing, how I'm moving, kind of things like that. So the video today that I put out, Tuck, my comment against the 15-minute cities was not against you. It's me saying, hell no, I'm not going to submit to being put in jail, basically without walls and without bars. We are okay. I'm not. Oh, I don't even remember that cult. I know a lot of people were saying a lot of things. Yeah, I realize I don't. What's up, Mr. Ramen Noodle? I don't really take. Damn it, dog! Don't step on my laptop. Um, there for those of you that want to see. Well, no, it's got to move over here. But yeah, no, I don't hold anything against you guys. It doesn't matter. Unless you're like purposefully being malicious towards me, wishing ill things towards me, and personally attacking me. If you get upset, you get upset. We all lose our ass. So Northern Pariah, I respect. I don't know, I don't know a lot about him, but I know that Northern Pariah, has a pretty good and collective demeanor. What's up, DFH? And so it was said, it's like, man, basically I was having a public meltdown yesterday, and so many people see me as being calm and collective and all this other stuff. And yeah, I can't. I'm pretty calm and collective when I'm just kind of sitting back. What's up, Cherokee? When I'm sitting back and just relaxing and stuff like that. But I'm a very one of the number one complaint most women have about me is that I'm intense. I'm a go 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 go. I'm high energy, high go all day long. Once I get here, I'm relaxing. I'm kind of like I'm basically just like coming out of shock in a lot of ways. What's up, Humble Pie? I'm coming out of shock in a lot of ways because like today I barely even toked on anything, let alone my vape. And I'm just like, it's like now all of a sudden I'm sitting back and relaxing because I was so built on getting something set up. So I finally got into the shop today. If you are a paid member over on Patreon, I put out a request a little bit earlier for those of you that might want to test it out. But if anybody wants to test it out, I have one of the postcards that's out there. Normally they go for $5, but as part of this test, I am doing I'm doing a sale. So we'll call it our St. Patty's Day sale. I'm doing a sale until the 17th where you can get it for $2. Okay, that way, if because I need to test it out, I need to have somebody, I need to have a couple people out there go process the orders, download them, tell me what issues you're having, tell me how the process went, because from my point of view, really, Chris? Really? That's messed up, buddy. They listening to you. Yeah, I am pretty intense, and that's just something about me. But anyways, you guys should come over and take you guys should take a crack at it and buy my postcard. Now all the other ones up there, those are dummies, and they're gonna charge you for $30. Now you can have it, but I ain't getting that $30. I don't even think it goes to me. And the thing is I can't test the shop to see how it works for myself because the seller account cannot also be the buyer account. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of like you can't be all of them. You can't sit there and buy your own product. It's just it doesn't work that way. So I have to wait for somebody else to buy my product. So if anybody would like to do that, would like to help. Okay, so we have a viewer. We'll call it viewer sponsorship. Okay, because I told AI last night that I wanted to get away from I wanted to get away from the whole the legal thing. I want to keep doing it, but I want to do it on a private level where I'm doing it for individuals that I've gotten to know that want my assistance. I'm not going to just come out there and help anybody and everybody for a couple of reasons. One, if I help the wrong person, I could get into I could get into a huge bind, and I don't want to face that. And the other thing is I want to be able to know and trust the person, because what I'm doing and how I do it is very. Let's put it this way: if you think I'm intense, wait till you see how I fight. Yeah, I'm even worse. And when it comes to the legal arena, when it comes to working in the contract and enforcing a contract, you think I'm intense now. Wait till you, yeah, this, yeah, I guess I guess I give off the persona of calm, but that's because I've been going all day long. That by the time you guys get to see me, I'm exhausted, and you also don't get to see my meltdowns. Like you the first meltdown that I showed publicly, and I was actually kind of like laughing at it like 3 days later, was when I was doing the Stairway to Heaven on the Pinhoti, Alabama side. And I think I titled the video "Rantings of a Madman," because basically I just oh, it was like after doing Bradford Bay and then doing the Stairway to Heaven, I'm like, you know what? Somebody's gonna get slapped. It was one of those moments, and yeah, I would have a lot of them. Like the last major meltdown I had was during Hurricane Debbie, and I was up in Maryland. I was raining. Like by the third day, I was cussing out the clouds and just having a fit, because everything I had was getting soaked, and there's nothing I could do. I was barely able to keep my bedding dry. Oh my God, it was a pain in the ass. But you have those times where you just like, "Rah!" and you just hate the world, and you just want to sit there and cuss the world out and rip it apart and just tell it how much of a crap bag you think it really is. And I think that's just kind of letting you know that life is getting to you, and that you've got some growing pains going on there. Because afterwards, you get that out of your system, and then you calm down, and then you're just sitting there and you're just like, oh, okay, it's another good day. Okay. What's up, Invisible Man? Nice to see you. Hey, what's up, Mustard Seed? Nice to see you. Where do I find the postcards? If it's Patreon, do I need to be a member? The full set of no, you do not need to be a member on either of them. The full set of postcards, but you're going to be paying full price for them over on Patreon, is in the Patreon shop. But the one that I'm wanting you guys to test out, and that is a sale, is if you go to aihomesteader.com and then you see the menu bar, you click on the shop, you'll see it. It's a picture of Sam and I under the bridge when we were on the Buckeye Trail. So, so um, that's that. Okay, I don't think that there's any tax. It's supposed to be a digital download. You can use it as wallpaper. You can turn it into a postcard. You can do whatever you want with it, really. Um, it's a digital asset. It's versatile. It has the saying on it says, comfort is a cage disguised in security. And I'm like, damn, that's a good one. That's something that I would say if I was that smart, you know. But yeah, that was really good. I'm actually building a list of my own. I'm building 10 tuckisms is what I'm calling them. Little notions that I live by. And I've already got a couple of them. Um, yeah. But anyways, I'm working on building a list, and then I'm gonna go and find the pictures that I have from trail and from all of my travels that I've still managed to keep, or even some old one from some of my old days. Like I still have the skyline of Portland, Oregon, across the bridge. Oh man, it was beautiful. What's up, Tommy? Um, yeah, well, but anyways, this is something that if you want to go over there, you want to do it. Yeah. Anyways, the postcard for $2 is over on is over on aihomesteader.com. Click on the shop button. It'll be like the second image there. It completely stands out. But here's the problem that I'm noticing that I'm having a problem with, and this is what I'm hoping somebody can help explain to me. Okay, you can either respond to me if you have the ability to respond to me either through Patreon. If I've given you my number, send me a text. Or for those of you that don't have those, you can also reach me friartuck@hobotuck.com and just kind of write out a little bit of the experience. Because what happened is I'll add it to cart, but when I go to look on the shop page, it doesn't show that it was, because it's normally going for $5. It doesn't show that it's going for $5, so I can't see the front page visual. Now, when I get into it, it says in the description, yes, it's $5, and tells you how much it is and kind of goes through a little thing about it, and then you click on you click on proceed, and then over on the right it'll have you like enter in your email address and stuff like that, so it could do, or not your, yeah, your email address and all of the and all of your billing information, and then it'll ask you if you want to be a part of the newsletter that I'll be sending out through there, which it's going to take me a couple weeks to start getting into the routine of that. I'm kind of trying to catch up on everything else, but what happens is it just kind of like it stacks, but it doesn't fill any data there, and I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing. Maybe it's because I have a slow connection, might be something else, but when you when you go to proceed and it takes you to PayPal, because it'll let me get into PayPal. It'll like do a quick flash to show me how much it is, like $5, and then it'll kick me out and say, sorry, seller cannot also be the buyer. And so I see it on that end. I need to know if it makes you comfortable along the process, because just the way that I'm seeing it, it's not telling you what the price is. And even though I have the price in there, it's set. Um, I know that if it were me and I didn't see some sort of confirmation along the way that I was used to, it would make me a little uncomfortable. Now I know that you can go through and you can purchase it. Now it's supposed to force you to download it. So as soon as you hit that purchase button, it's supposed to do a pop up and say, "Hey, we want you to download this. Download this." And you get one down. You can only buy one. Your download never expires. So like, if you, I think it has the ability to, so like, let's say you lose it, you delete it, something happens to your computer, you can just go down there and download it if you want to. But the other thing is, the other thing is okay, so you download it, you do that. Okay, I lost it. I'll get it back in a second. Let me turn this heat off because it's now. Um, but yeah, along the process. Oh, no. So it does the newsletter, does that. Um, yeah, I need to be able to have the visual show up, and I don't know if it's me or if it's something else. So if any of you guys want to test it out for me and let me know. It's raining harder than a cow passing on a flat rock. It's raining harder than a cow pissing on a flat rock. That's I, I like it, but it's not something I would say. I would definitely like wear a shirt with something like that on it. And yeah, and these images may end up being turned into shirts as well, by the way, guys. Just so you know. So it's like do you want to, and then I can do like product lines and start doing galleries and stuff like that. So, okay, you want this image or this or that, and then you can put it on a shirt, you can put it on all kinds of different things, and just kind of put it in a gallery for people, because everybody has different mediums. Like me, if I need a shirt, great. I'm gonna go to the content creator I like. I'm gonna buy one of their shirts if I like it, and and then that way I get a shirt, and I get to help a content creator I like. Things like that. Um, because yeah. Anyways, thumbs up, everyone. Oh, thank you, Tech. Okay. Yeah, no worries. High invisible. Okay, there we go. We got that. Um, Tuck and Tuckamaniacs. Oh, yes, that's what I was gonna say. So, part of this business plan that I have that is to project me into relevance by 2030, should we have the AI apocalypse come. If that comes, I want to be set up, and part of the persona of the channel, which I kind of already fit, and I really like, um, it's going to be more like a rebel group, like kind of like living outside the system, working outside the system, learning how to function outside of just UBI and the standard AI controls. Because we can't get away from it all, but we can we can figure out little things, little tips, little tricks on how to be able to avoid surveillance and kind of move into the new society. And so that's kind of the direction it's going to give me as I learn AI tools and as I make money doing the things that I do. Um, it will also give me an opportunity to kind of share with you knowledge as it comes, because as this world changes. Oh, I know the other thing I was going to say. If you are going to buy, okay, so when you go to my website aihomesteader.com, you have login, and then you have member login. Member login is for members, like kind of like how Patreon set up as members, but it's member logon for something like that. I have to build that out. That's going to be a paid tier. You also have, just like, basically it's the site login, so that you have an account and all that other stuff, so that it has all your information, so that as you buy things or come in and get things, or you want to be able to save your profile for, like, okay, so you buy this, you create a profile for it, that way it gets attached to your profile, and then that way if you ever have to come back in, you should be able to download it, because it's all supposed to be integrated, and this is all wizards and stuff like that. So yeah, come up with a Deshine Velcro patch, like what the rebel symbol is for Star Wars. Actually, no, I've got something. That I'm working on. That's going to be part of a background or something along those lines. Because maybe I might have a floating page. Within the background, it's going to be a bald eagle soaring as like a lookout scout, with rebels carrying the "Don't Tread on Me" flag into battle. So it actually has kind of like a Civil War, because they got the straw hats and they're walking barefoot and they're in their trousers and shirts, as you basically have rebels, unarmed rebels, just pissed off rebels, as they're walking down the path to go to battle. And so I've already got the images generated. I'm just gonna kind of figure out ways to put them in. And this also may end up becoming my a shirt. Something that if you become a member, you get one of these shirts or something along those lines. Okay, because I want to, like the yeah, I think it'll be something along those lines, but I'm still going to be talking about the same things that I'm talking about, which is my journey from homelessness to being a homesteader. Now I'm a digital homesteader, because I was a digital hobo. Okay, now I'm a digital homesteader. So I just went from one digital to the other, but still digital. Okay, and now I'm talking about new ways to be able to do it: set up foundation, set up infrastructure, build my own brand. Now that I'm no longer just a digital hobo telling my story. What's up, Rails? Um, Now that I'm no longer that's good for you. Your toe must be doing well. Now that I'm no longer just a digital hobo, I'm now a digital homesteader. Um, I talked a lot about the making money online and kind of how you could do that when I was doing what over the last couple of years. I would get a little bit of traction on it, but most people were there not to learn how to make money, but learn how to survive being homeless. Now that I've got a place, everybody wants to know, how do I afford a homestead? Well, this is how you afford it, by being a digital homesteader. The wave of the future is you're going to have to learn AI, make tools, create a brand, have people did, was it FUBU, for us, by us? People bought into it because it was a revolution. It was a pushback against the system. It was a symbol of wokeness when wokeness was no longer a bad word. Okay. And that's going to be what brands of the future are going to be. It's going to be a status symbol of, like, who do you follow, and who do you listen to, because it will tell a lot about you as a human being. And I think that in the same way that we wear our environment on us in the clothes in which we wear, like if you go into a poor neighborhood versus a middle class neighborhood versus an upper middle class neighborhood versus a low rich neighborhood versus a high rich neighborhood, you're going to see different garb that is common within each of those. And I think in a lot of ways it's a way that humans are using their clothes as a way to and their things, like their trinkets, their nose rings, and all this stuff, as a way to be able to identify with brands and causes, and just to be able to share their identity. It's kind of like, in a lot of ways, it's like a quilted flag, showing who you really are. And so, I mean, I think that in the future, that's going to be really what's marketable the most. So, oh, okay. So, what's up, Russ? Okay, what's up, Beth? Nice to see you. All right. Being from South Carolina, I'm all about don't tread on me anything. Yeah. But who was it that came up with it? It was Franklin that came up with it, but Franklin was from like Massachusetts or something like that, wasn't he? Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Sports teams. Oh man, my feet are cold. It's not cold in here. It's the ground that's cold, and then my boots just retain it. Like when it's hot out, yeah, like, oh, I can't wear boots when it's hot. And when it's cold out, unless I'm doing a lot of walking, it really sucks. So my big toe always gets frozen. It's almost like, I swear one day I'm gonna wake up, it's gonna be black, and I'm gonna have to chop it off. Okay. Um. Oh, Philadelphia. So okay, the uh the Gadsden flag. Yeah. Well, it was a representation that what is it? You can't just cut the head off the snake, because one more, this, I think that's where the whole thing, cut the head off the snake, two more grows back. I think that's what the don't tread on me. I don't remember the history of it. I know that it was something that was used leading up to the revolution, to be able to show like solidarity with the rebels, and just their willingness to push back against the bullshit that the king was doing. Um. Okay. Big hit. Write it out, Tuck. Yeah. Well, the snow here. The snow here. This is not normal. We've gotten at least 3 or 4 inches of snow or rain over um over the last, because I mean we've gotten about 4 to 6 inches over the last 3 days, and then we got a good like 2 or 3 inches, like like about a week before that. um and just the snow was supposed to be here Friday, and it was only supposed to be one day, and then all of a sudden it shows up like Wednesday night, and it's been going through, even it's been snowing off and on all day. The clouds are supposed to be are supposed to be moving on after today. So like it's supposed to, because Saturday it's just basically going down, and then it'll pick back up. I think Tuesday we're gonna go back into like 50-mile-an-hour winds and stuff like that. So let's see. Yeah, y'all might be talking about the join or die flag. No. Oh God, I can't. Um, okay, no, maybe I don't know. Um, Let's see. Your toque. Yeah, my toque. Oh. Mm. Uh, but I don't know. It's another day. But yeah, puff puff pass, guys. So, but I don't know. This is. Let's see. Yeah, no, you know what? In about 2 days, it's gonna be like 65. That's the crazy thing. Is not only have we gotten all this snow, and quite frankly, with all the holes that are in this damn trailer, I'm glad that it's snow because you got the wind that's blowing it off, so it's not melting, it's not coming in here. A majority of it, like 80% of it, 90% of it, is getting blown off by the, by the wind. You know, because it's still snowpack. I mean, this is the snow is like half melted. I bet the goats are out feeding now because like they basically went into hiding once it started snowing yesterday. They haven't been. It snowed I think most of the day yesterday. And yeah, then they come right back out. So I mean, it's just been like bombardment, and so that means that you guys are going to be getting it on the East Coast too. That's something to consider. So. Um, I don't know. I think that this area is going to become lush. I think it's going to become green. I think that in 10 or 20 years, this place, the landscape here will be completely transitioned. I think you'll see a lot more greenage. I think you'll see a lot more pollinators and things like that are coming here. I think that this area here is going to is going to turn into, at least maybe not a high desert, but something more like the Appalachia Trail, Georgia side, I guess. That's a good side. Yeah, I love my land. So, oh, abnormal. Oh, okay. Writing out abnormal winds this weekend. Yeah. Well, the wind is, yep, wind and rain tomorrow here. Uh, yes. Honestly, I think that you need to I think that you need to really consider, if you're looking at what's coming, you might be best to set your foundation now. That's why I'm setting my foundation now. I didn't realize it until it was happening, but just kind of, I'm one of those. I'm not necessarily reactionary, but as I see things, I ask questions. I'm like, well, maybe I need to change this because I come from a mentality of pre-positioning. I want to be positioned for the next thing. Um, I started my janitorial business just as we were coming out of the recession, of excuse me, the great financial crisis of 2008. When we're finally coming out of it, at least in my area, it was like 2012, 2013. That's when I started doing. That's kind of when I really started businesses, and I started the houses and stuff like that because I knew it was coming and it was here, so I just wanted to kind of ride that wave up, and so I positioned myself in a place to where, just through the way that things played out, the houses allowed me to have a little bit of stability, get my health in order, so that I could start a business. And then, when it came time to give up the houses, because I'd only done it as a community project to clean up that neighborhood, that I could just move on. Now, I did well until I was able to ride out this whole Donald Trump economy. I mean, you want to talk about, people don't understand, like, unless you owned a business, you do not understand like how impactful Donald Trump was on the economy. Like, starting in like starting in late 2017 is when the labor crunch started. But by 2018, by the middle of all that, just the labor crunch was getting out of control. And then all of a sudden, if it wasn't for COVID-19, as a business, you would see wages like through the roof. You would see the the borders opening up because we had so much economy, so much commerce being done under the Trump administration. It was almost like he opened up the floodgates for businesses, small businesses, large businesses alike. People say only the rich. Oh, some people say only the rich were the ones that benefited from it. No, not true. Not true at all. Um, The rich benefited from it, like everybody else benefited from it. But I was an up and coming business. I benefited from it like crazy. But again, I was pre-positioned to be able to ride that Trump wave. I was able to experience it on a level that most people didn't. I mean, yeah, as an employee, if you'd been in the workforce for more than 10 years, to see that type of pay raise, to where you were going from the janitorial industry. If I wanted to hire somebody, I'd hire them at $9, $12 if I really liked them. That's like if they had the skills for floor care. Okay, $9 an hour. By the time by the time 2017 and 2018, late 2017 and early 2018 came, that $9 an hour went to $12 to $15 an hour. That $12 an hour went to 15 to $20 an hour. And that just, it got so crazy. So from an employee standpoint, I mean, you could see it, but as a business, you would have people show up and you were basically playing a bidding war. That person had 5 interviews that day, and by the end of that day, they were just, they committed to every one of them because they didn't know, they were just going to stick with the one that offered them the most. And if you couldn't offer them more than the last guy, then or the next guy, well then you would lose out on that employee, and it became very hard. It became a bidding war for employees. It was kind of crazy. It really was. From an employee standpoint, or from an employer standpoint, trying to be able to get quality, just get anybody to show up. So, okay, so, okay. Me, three thinking typographical differences on their way. Yeah, note to self, study recession of '08. Yes, that is something you should definitely see. 2008 was really bad. I didn't see improvement until like 2018. Yeah, but you were an employee. As a business owner, I started my janitorial business in 2015. I took over the houses in 2013. I started doing landscaping, was the first business I tried during that whole phase. But then I realized that the pay versus the labor and the destruction it does to your body, man, you know what? Border jumpers, they can have that job. If they want to destroy themselves for a couple of dollars, but to them a couple of dollars means a lot more than a couple of dollars does to me. So for somebody like that, in a lot of ways, I see why they need, why we need immigrant labor for shit that Americans won't do, because landscaping has done such a dive to the bottom that you could get your lawn like mowed and like edged and all these trimmings and stuff, like stuff that used to cost like $50 to $75 a visit, you're getting for $25 a visit. And they basically go through like a whole neighborhood and just boom, 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 boom all day long. They'll go into a subdivision, they'll do like 15, 20 houses, and they're just one right after the other. But it's such, you're not making any money doing it. There's no money to be made on something like that. Am I spinning? Do you want to make a garden? Do I want to make a garden? I wouldn't mind making a garden. Actually, I do want a garden. It's kind of part of the whole process. Now I'm hoping. See, that I was expecting that March would be really, really nice. I was not expecting to see this much snow and cold, because for the last couple of weeks of February it was really nice, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's like here comes the cold, and it's been a very cold March, which is kind of weird, but okay, fine. It's been a cold March, so hopefully by the end of this month, which we're already halfway through the month. Today's the 15th. You know, uh, you people. She's talking about troglodytes, Chris. But anyways, you people. Okay, so yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Root veggies. For starts. Yeah, I'm probably. Yeah. But you know what? With all of this precipitation and stuff like that, there should be a lot of nutrients should be restored to the ground, just because of everything that's falling. It's like that's all the stuff that it needs. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe. Sorry, your comment reminded me of Tropic Thunder. Oh yes, yeah, you people. That was a funny movie. I love that one. Um. Oh, you're good. nobody. We're all family here. This is okay. But oh, it's been a heck of a day. It's been a heck of a week. I mean, let's start with potatoes. Um, here's the well, actually no, potatoes would probably grow really good here, but aren't those like something that you grow over the winter? Because they're root based, like carrots, potatoes, onions. Ooh, I'd like some red onions. Some red onions. Um, those are my favorite red onions. And maybe if I can, get some dill, and then grow some cucumbers and create my own pickles. My grandfather used to do that. I used to watch how he did it. It's like he'd take dill weed and like a big old thing of it, and it'd probably be in there and ferment for probably what a good couple 3-4 weeks before he'd pull it out, and then we'd have homemade pickles. But they were never as pungent as what you get from the store though. Um, which is it's a lot. Honestly, I like those dills better than I liked than I like the store, like the Vlasic and stuff like that. Ooh, garlic. Ooh, yes, garlic would be nice to have. I would like to have. I really. So I my plan is based upon where I know my property line is. My plan is that I want to have three by three plots where I can grow think like tomatoes and all that other stuff. But I want one 3 by 3 plot um just to be what's it called, an herb garden. That way I have my basil, and I got all my, like if I want to have my Italian seasonings, I've got my Italian seasonings. If I want to have like cumin or garlic and all that other stuff, like my herbs and my spices and stuff like that, I might have like I might make a spice garden and then an herb garden. That way I can have like an abundance of it, because I'd like to be able to do all that stuff myself. Just go out, pick it, grind it up, dry it out, do what I got to do. And then, as I go along, so that cuts back on my food budget, and it also gives me a lot of the vitamins and nutrients that I'm lacking from all this processed food to begin with. So I think it'd be a great thing. Um, uh, no, my mom had the green thumb. I really wasn't much about green thumb and stuff like that. Um, yeah, you see the dog, she's passed out. I've grown them in my cupboard. Even dumbass can grow French fry plants. Really? Well, yeah. I guess you could just get like a couple of coffee cans and do it. Tuck. Most store bought pickles. Oh, okay. Um. All right. Well, that's good to know. Well, I don't know. It's something. My main focus right now, and I know that because like right now I'm focused on I need to raise $500 so that I can fix the roof. I need to raise another $500 uh so that I can get Starlink. Okay, then I need to raise another $500 so that I can start on the next project. And then, I can have like a budget of about $500 a month to where I could put on the project, whether I'm working on the trailer, building it out, replacing things, so on and so forth, a little bit at a time, whatever $500 gets me. And then that will become content as time goes along. It's like, not only am I in the digital economy and I'm a digital homesteader, but this is the fruits of my labor. Now I get to build my trailer out the way I want it. I get to redesign it and custom fit it to my needs. One of the things I'm thinking about, once I get to a point where I've paid the property more than halfway off, is I'm probably going to get me one of those 10 by 10 sheds. Something that's not really that big, but something that I can turn into a design studio. Okay, so this design studio would give me an opportunity to where I can go in there, I can have a computer, it can all be set up, have its own dedicated power source, through solar panels and batteries and stuff like that. So I can just go in there and I can just go to town. And I can get work done. I got my green screen, I got my whole studio set up, I got my props, so that I can do my work that I need to do, and then I can come back out and I can terraform and do everything else I need to do. But something like that's going to cost me about 5 grand to be able to buy one of those. But it'll happen. Um, Yeah, I know. But then the thing is I'm like, I feel like I'm behind. I want to, I have to get I have to get the roof done. I have to. I have no choice on that. Um, Unless I just want to live in a dilapidated trailer that's probably going to get me sick as hell. Um, I need to fix the roof and I need to do it immediately. That's about 450, 500 bucks. Okay, with all the materials to do it right instead of doing it ghetto, because I don't want to do it ghetto. I want to do it right because then that way I don't have to worry about it moving forward because I did it right. Um, then I can skip on the Starlink and go to growing a garden, but it seems like it just looks like from my perspective that it's taking the conflicts. A lot of it has to do with time because I'm spending so much time trying to make money doing what I'm doing as a digital homesteader that at the end of the day I'm sacrificing homesteading for the digital side until I can make enough on the digital side to where I can start focusing on the homesteading. And I think that over time, probably give it by mid to late spring, so by like June, I should be set up financially to where I've got all those things to where I can really start focusing on homesteading. From what I've been told by the locals here, there's only like 3 months of growing season. So you plant in June, the rains come in July and August, and by the end of September you're harvesting. So you have a very small grow season here. So if I'm going to get a garden set up, I have until June to get everything set up. And so that's why I'm hustling. If you guys notice, I'm putting about 15 to 20 pieces of content together every single day. If you haven't noticed. So yeah, 3 months will fly by real quick too. Um, so let's see. I'm trying to grow cauliflowers, but don't know if it will work. Well, an herb garden, yes. No, not that. That herb garden will be a different. It will be something completely different. Cause yeah, I only need to grow like 2 plants a year for myself. Um, I honestly, yeah, I don't know. I only need to grow 2 plants a year for myself on that. Okay. Yeah, okay, perhaps long range plan. Okay. Boycott Canadian products. I found there are US maple syrups. Okay, Tommy, we can definitely do that. I mean, the tariffs are going to prove it because you're going to see the types of products are going to be made in America and people are going to feel happy about it because it's going to put a lot of people back to work or at least a lot of robots back to work. So, we need to make sure that those robots are getting unemployment. Oh, a path to dystopian society, something that we could see because I asked AI about civil war over the next 5 to 7 years, with everything that's happening and kind of like inputting the parameters. Um, there, when if we ever get to a point where we start talking where there is such a high job loss from from the automation of the workforce by robots to where we start calling it something like a robot tax. Now they've already started floating it around saying, "Hey, yeah, AI is coming. We're going to lose our jobs. We need to start taxing." The companies, to make up for it because we're going to have to support those people because their jobs are being done by robots. So there's going to be something like a robot tax. If we ever see something like a robot tax, you know you better as the poster my uncle used to have when I was a kid, in the event of a nuclear bomb, bend over, put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. I love that poster. That was one of my favorites, but that is, that you've got civil war right around because this will cause a split between the red and the blue states and cities, whereas the red will own the urban areas, the blue will own or excuse me, the red will own the rural areas, the blue will own the urban areas. The urban area, they're scared shitless. Apparently, even AI recognizes like how spineless the blue cities are, but you'll have all of that. but this will be pretty much a fight between the conservative side that says, well, we don't want to tax the robots. These people that don't have jobs, they're just useless people, and we should just, go throw them in camps. And then you'll have the blue side that wants to tax the companies putting in AI robots to compensate the displaced workers, for something that happened due to a technological advance that happened so fast nobody had the opportunity to retool. Okay, and it's how do you retool? Because we need a third of the workforce that we used to need. So you've got 300 million people. You only need 100 million in the workforce. Now what are you going to do? You know. So in San Fran, people were already vandalizing robot taxis. Really? I didn't know that. Rural versus cities. Yes, it'll be rural and city. Yeah. Um, Poster conjures up mental images to me. Robot tax. Yeah. Um, yeah. Well, you know what? Um, one of the things is like we don't. I want to save this. I want to save this for Monday. But if you guys are over in the community tab and you see that I put a post up for on Monday evening, since I don't have anything to do on this channel Saturday, or excuse me, anything to do on this channel Sunday or Monday as far as like public podcasts or broadcasts, I'm just gonna do a podcast over on my other channel where we're gonna be talking about it's still gonna be talking about mental health, mental perseverance and stuff like that. But instead of talking about it surrounding homelessness, we're going to talk about the impacts of AI, and like the wealth mindset, like the mindset that's going to help move you into a direction where you are going to be able to support yourself, take care of yourself, and have a productive life, if that makes any sense. So hey guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. And okay, so yes, John Titor was posting stuff like that. Hold on, what? Oh wow, okay, I did not know that. Yeah, pretty much, Beth. Those were the old because everybody knew that there was a nuclear exchange, we were all gone. There was no way to protect yourself. You didn't have enough time to get warned because the way that the information disseminated, it was just all of a sudden next thing you know, you see a rocket, you can't run, boom, you're gone. That's the way that our ancestors looked at it. Well, it's not necessarily that much anymore because now you can get an Amber Alert before it even leaves Russian airspace, and you can at least get 5 to 10 miles away, which reduces your overall, well, we have a lot more notice and a lot more time to be able to move in that sense. But back then, yeah, it was like bend over in case you're asked goodbye. Make sure you're right with your maker, that type of stuff. So, yeah, me either. Um, there was a question earlier about how to get postcards tucked. Yes, a cult was asking about the postcards. Um, do you need me to explain it? So right now over on aihomesteader.com, if you come over there in my shop, there's one posting there. This is a test. What we're trying to do is just, we're trying to figure it out. I need to know kind of like what you see, everything else like that. You can purchase it. The postcard is normally $5, but it's a sale through the end of St. Patty's Day, which is on Monday. Um, and so it's yeah, you can get it for $2. So basically, what are you getting? 60% off. Okay, for testing it out. Now, the one thing that I do ask that you do is when you go through that experience, I want to know what you went through. So either send me an email if you're on Patreon and you have connection to me that way. Send it to me that way. If you have my number because you're one of the people that I have exchanged numbers with, just go ahead and send me a text because I need to be able to. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it so that I can look at it in real time. Part of the reason why I put that video out of Sam going and playing in the snow today was because I wanted to use it as a way to be able to, one, drive traffic to the website, but two, so that people could come over there and get in the shop and maybe I might make a few dollars off of something like that. So it is there, it's up, it's running. We just gotta, I just gotta make sure that it works, that it works pretty good. Whew. Some days I have an easy time doing a live stream. Other days, um, it's like it's not a slog, but it's like trying to keep things going. It's because like I think it's the days where I put time constraints on myself. So, well, I hope so, Beth, because I just here's the thing. Now that I understand the marketplace and what I'm doing, okay, I forgot to talk about this. I keep forgetting to talk about this. Hey Beth, as someone who's here on all of my live streams, uh, uh, or even Chris, you could do it as well. Make sure that can you guys make sure that I talk about the the viewer contest, but we're gonna change it. Okay, so I talked with AI. I said, okay, the legal thing, I want to do it. Da da da. Okay, I already talked about that. Kind of got sidetracked. Okay, so now what is it? What is it saying? I said, okay, I want to be able to do something. What like these are my this is my skill set. This is my knowledge. This is my experiences. What can I do? With what I've currently got going, that will help me, make money while I'm doing everything that I'm doing. Like add an extra, 500, couple $1,000 a month, right? Thanks, Ron. Also signed up for emails. Oh, awesome, Beth. Um, but anyways, uh, yes, and I hope you created an account before you started a shop. I think I might have to force that to be mandatory, because I want to make sure that somebody's not. I don't want you to purchase it and then lose it. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna suck. Because well, no, I can fix it. I just email you an attachment. That's all I got to do. It's not a big deal. So if there's ever a problem, and you want to, if you have a problem on the website with it, okay, if you're not emailing me, friartuck@hobotalk.com, you can do info@aihomesteader.com. I check that mail once a day when I log in to start working on the website, and I'm working on getting it tied into my phone through Outlook or something. Okay, with that being said, let me talk about what AI was talking that I should do. And so it spit out a few things, and the one thing that I liked that I thought was really cool, and I thought, well, yeah, let me do something like that. What would this look like? And that is, since I do a morning and evening live stream 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. on the in the mornings, and then 8 p.m. Eastern in the evenings. It gave me a strategy to be able to market it, to be able to get more people. I mean, I've been watching chat here, and I've been watching the numbers just to see where I'm at, because it kind of told me where I can grow and stuff like that. And I'm going to start working on that to grow the live stream, because what's going to end up happening is there are going to be brands. So let's say that somebody has a dog grooming business, okay, or not a dog grooming business. They have a I don't know. They have something. Uh, I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Something that's kind of like national versus not national. Something like let's say Netflix. Let's say Netflix says, "Hey, Tuck, we want to advertise with you." It's like, okay, cool. So you can pay right now. The entry is going to be $40 per segment. So every 20 minutes, I'm going to put out, because I expect the live streams to last about an hour. So about every 20 minutes, I'm going to put out a 30-second plug for a sponsor. So Netflix comes up and says, "Hey, thanks for Netflix is sponsoring today's live stream. We'd like to be able to say, and this is the specials," and they'll give me a list of things that they want me to cover, so that I can bring it to you and say, okay, well, you guys as people being here and stuff like that, if you want to support the channel, these people are sponsoring me, so help them out along the way. Use code netflix.com/ftuck, something like that, and you'll get a 30% discount. And so therefore, I'm getting paid to be able to do just like a quick shout out. It's not something, because the thing is um, what companies are looking for is they're looking at impressions, the number of audience, and a conversion rate, plus how trusted of a source are you to your audience? Do they look at you as just some, like, salesman, or do they look at you as like somebody that's putting out products? So at this point in time, this is a way for me to get sponsors to come to me without me actually having to go to them, but I still get choices on who gets to come in. So we're looking at, if I were to fill up all 3 spots every day for 20 days out of the month, I think I would make something around like 20 to $30,000, depending upon how that works. And the thing is because this channel focuses on making money online, entrepreneurship and stuff like that, and being able to work the digital economy while building a homestead off grid, there's going to be people like, let's say, Mustard Seed. Mustard Seed, I think he has a dog training business, and so therefore he could pay $30 as a member discount because he's a member of the channel. We put a certain amount for just people that are members of the channel if they want to have their business shouted out, and have people in the community hear about it. So we talk about Mustard Seed and how he's got a dog training business and what his experience is, and the fact that he's been a long-standing member of the channel, and we really appreciate him being a part of our community, and we just want to make sure that he got a shout out, so on and so forth, something along those lines, because then people even within the community, they're all probably 10 to 20 people a month may choose to pick up one of those slots as a way to be able to not only advertise within the community, but they're also participating members of the community as well. Okay, so this is something that where we can share goods and stuff like that. For example, with what Bucknut was talking about with doing the custom or doing the handmade cutting boards. Okay, something along those lines. That's a collaboration, that stuff. And so this is a way to where we can, in a lot of ways, we have our community, but those of you that take on the challenge of doing digital products and moving into the digital economy, you'll have an opportunity to have your own flea market within your own community, because you're part of this community. And so as we grow it, to where we have, it says it'll take me about 9 months if I follow its plan to get to a point where we have about 1,000 people watching the live stream per thing. But that means that I have to do a lot of marketing to let a lot of people know on different platforms, and really, I'm actually having to use a multi-platform setup. But anyways, yeah, I'm not rolling in. I have the ideas, I have the drive. Now, can I get the good results? That's the question. Um, yeah, it would be great. Okay, so sponsors. Okay. Um, well, you know what though? It also allows me to give back to the community, because those, like, over in the membership area on the website is probably where I'm going to start doing a lot of the giveaway stuff. Okay. So after this month, okay, after this month, we are going to we're going to change the name, not the way everything goes. It's still going to be the same. We're going to change the name of the member contest to or excuse me, the viewer contest to the viewer sponsored raffle. Okay, so you guys in itself, because you guys are regular contributors, you guys are contributing and helping out the channel, whether through various ways, and so therefore you get a shout out as part of being a contributing member of the community. Because what that's going to do is that's going to energize other people that want to be participating members, because whether it be because of the recognition or because of the strength of the community, or just how closely knit we are as a community. So you guys are the foundation. You are the very start of all of this. The Friar Tuck Rebellion. So Tuck, I'm not great at navigating AI homestead site yet. Oh, there's really not a lot there. It's still bare bones. I've only got the homepage and the shop done. There's not a lot going on. It's taking me a long time just to set up each a page, because of all the crap that I'm trying to get it to do, and I have a lot of issues. So Beth, don't worry about it. I will keep you guys posted up, because I know you and Joanna are two of my QA volunteers. I just need one more. And then you two and whoever else will be my QA volunteers as time goes along. And what my next step, once I get the shop done and the shop set up, because that's going to make the money now, so I can start putting out things, come out to aihomesteader.com. So as I'm marketing in the website, people get to search around the website for different things. I'm still working on putting up my first blog. Okay, so don't think that don't think that I'm that I've missed it. I said I would do it. I thought I would get it done a lot sooner, but with the snow and all this, I'm not getting sun. My battery dies pretty quick, like within 3 days. So I'm just kind of going on just a little bit of power, just trying to get things going. And speaking of, I don't even know what my power is at, but what did I do with it? Oh, my legs hurt. Hold on, I gotta find this real quick. I gotta find my power block. So all of a sudden I don't, you know. Um, huh. Huh. Okay, let's see here. Well, if that's gonna be that way, then I need to take that off. Where did it go? Um. Okay. Oh, there's my wallet. Let's just do this. Okay, yeah. Oh, I was down to 15%. That's good. Okay, so I can't stay on here very long. No. Quick, everyone. Yeah, I know, Cole. That's actually I had that going on in the back of my head. Um, yeah. So, talking about tuck site and fledgling stage persistency. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Um, okay. Friar Tuck Rebellion chat group. Yeah, something like that. Um, I don't know. It's gonna this stuff. I have a direction and a vision and a direction in which I'm going. To get there, it's gonna take a moment. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not gonna be instant success or anything else like that. It's a momentum. But now that I have a place and I know. I'm kind of starting to have an idea of what products, what kind of things to create, and so that I can, so that those of you that want some of the stuff that I have, you want to support the channel, whatever, you have an opportunity to for things that you're going to like. um I know We Are Change, for my birthday like 3 years ago, I'm like, yeah, I want these three political shirts because I really like the shirts that the guy had. And so, like, yeah, I waited until I could get them. They were like $25 a piece, but and they didn't the thing on them didn't last very long. But oh man, I was still my favorite shirts. I had them. I had one of them when I first went out on trail. If you can find one of those videos, you'll see me. It's a black shirt. It's like 1984 again or something like that. It's one of his 1984s. Yeah, right now. Well, yeah, right now. But you realize, like 2 weeks ago, we were barely sticking when I'm doing this horizontal. We were barely sticking about anywhere from 9 to 12. It was like I was almost like, why am I doing this? There's only 9 people showing up. Now we've gotten to a point where we have 20 people. Give it probably about another 3 weeks. We'll probably be up to anywhere from 25, or no, excuse me, anywhere between 30 to 50 people. Okay. And it'll just slowly go up because I remember at one point in time when I was on trail, I was getting like I get up in like almost 100 viewers simultaneous viewers at a time. But I was also doing vertical because that's all you could do. And changing it this way has been more of a monetary thing than anything. And it keeps uniformity because I know a lot of people watch mobile, but a lot of people also watch using their TV. And so, you got to provide content in specific ways. Um, but anyways, guys, it is starting to get code. Um, yeah, we've got that wind kicking in. I've got to get some stuff done. Turn the heat back on. I don't know. It was supposed to be 43 for the high today. I don't think 43. I don't think if it did, um, well, it probably got to about 38 or 39, maybe 40. But yeah, the snow's still here. It hasn't fully melted. I think at least 60% of the snow is still left. And there's more coming down, and there'll probably be more tonight. That's what really sucks. All right, guys. I really, really enjoy having you guys here. I'm gonna try and make the live streams longer, but like I said, I'm dealing with power issues because of the weather and not being able to have battery. I thought I would have been ahead of it, but today was supposed to be my day to sit out and charge my battery, get all my stuff charged up. I didn't think that I would have an extra day. So tomorrow's supposed to be sunny and clear and all that stuff. So I should be able to be more power and get stuff done and get prepared and get like Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays video up. Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a great part of this audience. I will see you if you come over to my other channel. I will see you at like 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern, Monday evening. If you come over to my other channel and you want to be a part of that live stream, thanks for being here, guys. And I will see you Monday or Tuesday.